Good morning, friends. Happy new moon in Virgo. Oh, wow. So I'm at this beautiful, beautiful campground where I have been first with my students and then with some dear friends, just communing with nature. And I think it's just so perfectly timed. We had the new moon early this morning, about 1:15 here in the morning. And the new moon is when it appears as if there's no moon in the sky. We don't see anything. It's dark because it is in between the earth and the sun. So our perception is as if there is no moon in the sky. Of course, she's there. She's always there. But this new moon is really special because a lot of times when a new moon arrives, this is the new moon in Virgo. The sun is also in Virgo. I've been there for about a week now. When a new moon arrives, it's often a time to set an intention, to think about what you want to move forward, what you want to bring on, what you want to do, what you want to create. But this new moon in Virgo, because of a lot of the other celestial happenings that are going on, is a little bit different. It is more of a call to revise and re-edit and question the things that are already in the process. Perhaps it's an intention from a couple months ago. Maybe it's just the way that we've been doing things, and it's a moment to rethink, revise. I like all the words, revisit all of our thoughts and really question, is what I'm doing working? Is it working for me, for my highest good, for the highest good of all? Is it, are there places where I can tweak it, that it needs to shift just slightly? How does that look? How can I do that? So the visual that comes to mind for me is the visual of Michelangelo and of his statue, David. And with David, he is reported to have said that David, he didn't sculpt David. He released David from the marble. He removed all that wasn't David with his chisel, slowly and slowly, to reveal David. And that's what this new moon feels like. It's a reveal of who we are. Like, what do we need to strip away? What's not serving us? What's like this coat of arms that we can take off? What can we leave behind so that we can embrace something new? And I'm calling this series The Land of Enchantment, which, I mean, come on. It's so beautiful here right now, where I'm like, wow, I really am in the land of enchantment. And the land of enchantment is this idea that it's not a physical place you can visit. Or, you can. Clearly, I'm in one right now. But more than it being a physical place, it is an internal dwelling. It lives in us. It's in our heart. It's in our very being. It's who we fundamentally are. And the way that we get to the land of enchantment, in my opinion, is through doing the hard work of healing. Because once I've been reading the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. I'm going to say it, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And there's this one line, and I've heard it other places before. It's happiness is the reward for fixing a problem, is how it's presented in this book. So I sat and I thought about that a lot. And fixing a problem, I resonated with that, but I've translated it to healing a wound. I've been working really, really hard for a couple of years on healing all my wounds, kind of understanding my own story, unraveling my story, so I could rewrite the story in a way that feels really supportive and authentically me. Unlike the story that perhaps I had lived out and believed to be me, this is more authentically me. And so happiness is the result of doing the hard work. And if happiness is the result of doing the hard work, that is what you find when you enter into your own inner land of enchantment. So we had our new moon circle a couple nights ago, where we were able to discuss this thought, and the playlist is going to be out real soon for the Land of Enchantment. And the song that I'd like to offer up is one that I'm sure you all know, and perhaps another great way to think about this new moon is the Wizard of Oz. And of course, Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, when she reveals to Dorothy, spoiler alert, that there's no place like home. Like, she's had the power all along. The power has been within her all along. That is our solar plexus. That is the core, our belly, our gut is where our power lives. It's yellow, it's bright, and all that Dorothy had to do was click her heels 3 times and say, there's no place like home. There's no place like the Land of Enchantment. The Land of Enchantment is our home. It is our inner dwelling. It is the place that we arrive at, and we feel joy in this place. But joy is not the destination. Happiness is not the goal. The goal is this feeling of being fully in whatever the experience is that life is offering you. Sometimes it's hard and pain triggers back up again, and you're like, oh my gosh, here it is again. But you work through it. And the reward is happiness. It's joy. And that's truly the Land of Enchantment. That's, the Land of Oz. Maybe it's actually not the Emerald City. Look at this. The Emerald City, people. Emerald City. But the song is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. If you have not heard Jules' rendition of it, that's the one that we listened to on the Sisterhood of the Moon earlier in this week. So Jules' rendition, it's from her book, from her album called Lullaby. So that is the first song on the playlist for the Land of Enchantment. You can find it on Spotify, on YouTube, on the Let Love Rise YouTube channel, Andrea Blythe on Spotify, and there will be links for it on Let Love Rise under the Sisterhood of the Moon page. So I hope you take that offering, and just, if it's been a while since you've heard the song, I always recommend listening to it loud. If you can immerse yourself in the song and take the words in, and what comes up. If you can close your eyes and listen to the song, what images come up, what thoughts come up, what words stand out, and then spend a few minutes journaling about it, and see where it leads you. Ask yourself some questions about your Land of Enchantment. Are you still journeying to find it? It's a beautiful journey. If you're still journeying, if you have found it, it's amazing. And sometimes we're there, and sometimes we slip away, and we come back again and again and again. So here we are, new moon in Virgo. I wish you a peaceful day. I hope that the wild astrological events that have been happening start to mellow out a little bit for you and for our world here. It's been some turbulent times for me, for sure, emotionally, but that turbulence, the hard stuff, has just led me back again to myself, and to asking more questions, and to going within and finding some answers, and then asking again, finding more answers. Life is beautiful. Look at this place. Beautiful, beautiful. So, thank you, soul sisters. Thank you, soul brothers. Thank you, soul people, for being here, for listening to this. May you have a beautiful new moon in Virgo, a couple of days, and I will be back next week with the first quarter moon update, and then I invite everybody to join me for the full moon in Aquarius. We'll be meeting virtually on Thursday, September 8th. It's a very special day for me. You can hear more about it when we meet. And if you're local, look for an invitation to the full moon party celebration on September 10th. It's a Saturday night. Just saying, it's going to be fun. All right, much love. Thank you for listening. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.